Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, Twin Cities by Night. Negligence is our first story arc for our campaign that takes place in 2010 in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. Follow Ophelia, a Toreador played by Alex, Jonathan, a Ventrue played by David, Katao, a gangrel played by Quinn, and William, a Ventrue played by Slavic, as they are pulled out of their seclusion and tasked to investigate a series of gruesome murders. If you'd like to contact us, you can follow us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM or on Facebook at Twin Cities by Night. We hope you enjoy.
You all go to bed. You all wake up, blow a blood pool. Everyone, tell me what your current blood pool level is at.
7.
7, I think.
I'm at 5.
8.
You have your meeting set up, William. You received a text message from Jenna Peoples giving you the address where to meet her at. A larger, old-style Victorian house by the campus of St. Thomas College in St. Paul.
I'm staring at my phone, just wondering whether he's going to contact me about. It's getting late. I'm going to send him a text and just say, are we still on? Are you picking me up or what?
Sure, I guess.
William, you go pick up Ophelia at Juno's. You guys are driving. The weather it's lightly snowing. You guys, about a 20-minute drive there. You guys roll past the campus of St. Thomas University in St. Paul. You can kind of just see these old college-style buildings in the distance on the road, but mainly what you see is kind of like rolling white hills because of the snow with like little small, I guess street lamps is the wrong term, but like 6-foot lamps that have like white globes on top of them to provide illumination. It kind of glitters and it makes it even brighter, this area of the campus, because it reflects off the snow like that. You eventually drive past the campus and you start going into Old Town St. Paul, which is, like I said, older Victorian homes that have larger yards, good space in between them, until you come upon the address for where you're going to meet Jenna. You can park along the street, but there's like a walkway that goes slightly uphill. Obviously, it's covered with snow. You think the house is probably like a whitish sky blue, but it's hard to make out, to be honest. So you guys park your car along there?
Yeah.
All right.
You're driving.
All right. What are you guys going to do?
How's business?
Oh, you're talking about the restaurant. Okay, yeah, it's going well. We've got a pretty dedicated customer base. I leave the finances to someone else, but things are looking good.
How's that junkie girl?
I haven't heard from her. It's been 2 days. I'm hoping she's doing all right. She's probably sweating and shaking right now and wanting to die, I'd imagine. What have you turned anything up?
Oh yeah, some stuff about the corporations, who's who, and their place in the city.
What's our friend Brandon Riker been up to? Is he legit? You got anything juicy?
He's pretty young and pretty successful.
Successful, but young. Like too successful for someone his age, do you think?
I'm not sure. I know this was his big break, the medical analytical solutions. So I don't know.
What do they actually do? I still haven't quite figured that out. They provide...
They do medical, systems and stuff like that, right?
I'll interject. It's basically like they create data entry tools, data tracking tools, not so much like medical devices, but information infrastructure that hospitals use to track their data and all that stuff. So you guys arrive to the house.
You gonna hold the door for me? Gonna get the door?
As you guys get out and walk towards the house, you get out, you guys step over the curb, you step on the sidewalk, and then you go towards the pathway that leads up to the house. And all of a sudden, it's as if you were hit with something mentally. It's almost like a high that you were hit, like a visual audio high. At first, it feels like you're walking slower than you actually are. Then all of a sudden your senses start getting heightened to almost to where it's overbearing. You can hear the snowflakes hit the ground and it almost sounds like cascading rocks. you slowly turn and look at Ophelia, William, and you can kind of see the panic in a way in her eyes as she can see in yours. You guys are rather kind of actually struck by surprise by this, and you feel panic starting to set in. Before the beast takes over, you guys slowly turn and look towards a house, and you can see Jenna walking your way, and you can kind of hear her slow, and almost as if she's speaking on a slowed down record or a slowed down tape. And she's sticking out both her hands, and she's like, "Grab my hands," but it's more like "grab my hands" as she's leading towards you, almost like you were drowning, and she's trying to offer you assistance. What you guys gonna do?
I'll take her hand.
Yeah, definitely.
As soon as you guys take her hand, it's as if everything snaps back, almost like you hear a snap. Everything rains in at once. It's like you hear a pop in your ears, and you're back to normal reality. You guys have never experienced anything like this before. If anything, the closest thing you have experienced to this is when you were embraced, when you're kind of pulled back from the light, when you guys almost came to peace with the fact that you were going to die. And this is almost feels like almost as if she brought you back to life in a way. So you see Jenna. You guys, I'm sure, saw the picture of Jenna. Jenna has like almost shoulder length, silverly blonde hair, really pale gray eyes. She's wearing a white sweater, turtleneck sweater right now, with some blue jeans on and some leather boots in which the blue jeans are tucked into. I'm sorry for you guys having to go through that, but it's kind of a protective measure. I hope you guys understand. Please do not let go, because this will happen again if you're on our premises at all. I hope you can understand that.
Will we have to hold her hand for the whole conversation?
Oh no, not until I tell you to let go of my hand. So, and she kind of starts walking up the pathway, holding onto your guys' hands. She gets to the door. She lets go William's hand. It almost feels, William, like you are dunked underwater again. She opens the door, grabs your hand, and brings you in and redoes that again. When you guys come inside, you guys see a long hallway. Even with her holding your hands, you kind of feel it's hard to judge just how long this hallway is. There's like a tan tile-ish floor that goes across, and she just goes into the immediate door on the left. It's just kind of a thick oak door, like a very dark woodish door. It has a old style brass doorknob on there, which she opens up. You guys go in there, and she lets go of your guys' hands, and you guys don't feel that sickening, gut-wrenching, almost as if you're too drunk feeling that you guys felt before. You guys go into this room, and there's a bunch of leather couches that are in the room, about 3 of them along the wall. It's a fairly large room. In the middle, there's like a round, almost like an old, highly polished circular wood table with some chairs around there. She doesn't lead you guys towards her, though. And also there's some lamps in the corner, taller lamps with some plants. Very kind of calm feeling in here. And she kind of goes and sits in the middle of one of the larger brown couches, and she kind of motions for each of you to sit by her left and her right.
Yeah, I'll go and sit right next to her.
So, Brian told me that you wish to speak to me, but he didn't say about what. So, what exactly are you, I guess, looking at? What kind of information are you looking for?
Okay, so I turn to Ophelia and show her the pamphlet.
Yeah, I'll fish the pamphlet out. I'll open it up and say, just have a read of this. What do you make of this?
And she sits there and she reads it here. You see her like kind of reading over it, and she looks back at you and she's like, "Has anyone ever sat you down and told you some off the wall like myths and legends that some of our kind have on the opposite side of the fence?"
Not really.
There are some, mainly the Sabbat, who, and this is just all that I've, heard secondhand, that the Sabbat pretty much believes that the first of our kind was the Judeo-Christian Muslim second man that you've heard of, Cain, the son of Adam and Eve. I'm sure you guys are both familiar with that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't.
So they believe that Cain was cursed and became the first of our kind for killing his brother Abel. But the main thing that comes from there and is that when he was banished, he actually fled to Nod, where he met Lilith, who I don't know if you guys are familiar with, and some Kabbalist beliefs was the first wife of Adam before Eve. And supposedly Lilith showed Cain some tricks of the trade, as you could say, some of what we consider some of our powers that we have. And God sent 3 angels to him to try to get him to repent, and he didn't repent. And each 3 times he was cursed. And thus, from there, he left Lilith and he had 3 children of his own, and he told them not to create their own children, but instead they did. And those, if you're to believe these legends, are the 13 original clan founders of our kind for the 13 different clans of Kindred. Those 3 ended up killing 3 sires, and they were cursed by Cain. So on and so forth, big boogeymen. And the Sabbat think that they really exist and that they're trying to fight against the pull of those millennia-old Kindred to save us all, which is kind of foolishness if you ask me. But where the Lilith comes in is that Lilith is the one who helped Cain learn some of his powers. But there's also a slight twist on it too, where some believe that the relationship between Cain and Lilith wasn't as friendly as it seems, where some feel that those 13 original children of his, along with Cain, came and attacked Lilith in her own private garden, which led to her taking issue with our kind. But again, this is all, can be taken at face value, I suppose, like any type of religion can be taken at face value.
And these symbols mean nothing to you?
And she looks at the pamphlet. And that symbol is kind of an ancient symbol when it comes to Lilith.
Why would this be being handed out to, say, prostitutes in this city? Why would a prostitute have this pamphlet in Minneapolis?
A prostitute was handed this pamphlet? I have no idea why a prostitute would be handed this. And why are you guys even asking about this? This isn't something that's common knowledge, to be honest with you.
Right.
Our sires never taught us anything about Kindred society or our broader sort of
origins
context about Kindred. So we're trying to find out on our own.
Well, there's a reason probably why your sires didn't tell you any of this, because frankly, it's just boogeyman tactics that are kind of used by some of our kind. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of delving into, to give you any kind of more answers, I'd have to look into information, but just off the top of my head, that's just kind of, it's a story that's told, that used to be told to neonates centuries ago to kind of keep them in line.
So you don't know of any groups that worship Lilith in the city? You haven't heard anything like that?
Frankly, no, and I'd be surprised if there's any groups who worship Lilith, period. I mean, I could look, and I'm sure I've heard rumors that there was Kindred like centuries ago who did that, but frankly, I've never heard of anything like that, to be honest with you.
So seeing a piece of published literature like this pamphlet here, it looks pretty professionally done. It doesn't worry you at all.
Well, it worries me because it's a breach of the Masquerade.
Exactly.
It could be a breach of the Masquerade, but it's so vague. I mean, you didn't even know what this was reading this. How would a normal kind know,
That's true.
So,
but it's leading them to, I'm assuming that if a group's putting this out there and people are picking these pamphlets up and getting involved with whoever's giving them out, then I'm sure that they're going to find out more as they go along. It could lead into...
Well, one good thing is you had to come to me to get some of these answers, right?
That's true. But what I'm saying is that other people who get this pamphlet willingly take it or are given it, they're going to be led into this group. They might be getting given.
So where did you get this pamphlet from?
I'll look to William and I'll give him that look like, should I tell her? Should I continue with?
Yeah, I'll just say we found it, or Ophelia found it on a prostitute she fed upon.
Oh, she got it from a prostitute on the street?
It was more of one of your more higher class call girls.
Did she just kind of look is she like one of your, I don't even need to know. She's an acquaintance of yours, I take it then, right?
Sure, you could say that. I just wanted to.
I mean, listen,
delicacy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Things like this are in our literature. Look how many movies have been made. Maybe this was released by some elder years ago just to kind of keep it in the culture and not even put people upon us, If we were worried every time the word kindred, or vampire was mentioned in society or in television shows, I don't think we'd be around right now. So I hope I answered your questions there, but, I may need a favor from you guys. So you guys may get a call from me, asking for a favor. So
Can I
save
just
my
ask you
number,
something?
okay?
Can I ask you something out of character?
Yeah.
How much would we know about the role of the whip? How much we can trust her with it? What is the general role?
Well, whip is usually the assistant to the primogen and stands in for the primogen. As you can tell, usually you see her more at Elysium than you do the actual primogen, but you do know from what you said that you owe her now.
And what's our general kind of opinion of the Tremere, in the city?
What's yours?
Or just the general kind of feeling about the Tremere?
It really just depends, but people don't talk about them that much. There's more of a mysterious feeling, especially that the primogen's kind of a recluse who just doesn't leave her haven at all. You know that usually these two kind of represent the general Tremere in the city, but there's the deputy who's part of the Hammerheads who's also a member of the Tremere. But usually when the word Tremere is spoken, they think of the two females, the primogen and the whip.
I just want to ask Gino, I just want to say, look, you know a lot about these occult matters, I take it. That's the general impression I'm getting from you. Can I trust you with some information and it not leave this room?
Sure.
It's okay,
I just sort of look at her like, really?
Well, I mean, she could, I can't say this to you, but just be like, look, she can help us. I'll say that to you. She can help us. She probably knows more about some of these matters than we do. I just
sort of throw my hands up.
All right. What are you going to ask?
The pamphlet, the prostitute we found the pamphlet on was murdered. It seemed like it was ritualistic, and there were markings on the body that we think might have been related to Lilith as well. That's why we're interested in this.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Now you got my interest piqued here. I'm going to have to do some research on this, though. I can't answer off the top of my head, but I can give you a call when I find out more. But
sure,
would that work for you?
That's more than what I was getting on Google.
While I mention it, maybe you two can help me with something.
Sure. Quid pro quo.
Well, how about this? Since I've already answered some questions for you, you can look into something for me, and then we could build our relationship off of there. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Interesting.
What do you have in mind?
Well, I would like you to look into, I guess you guys both seem kind of your normal social types. There's a company that's in town that I would like you guys to maybe find out a little something about the owner or the representative actually in the city for this company, if you would.
Okay.
So the company is called Dunstern Ergonomic Consultants. I was wondering if you could just find about this location's business manager here and see what you can find out about him for me and get back to me on that. And then when I find out more about this strange Lilith behavior, we can build our relationship from there.
Sure. I don't show any recognition of the company. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, and she just needs to know about the guy who's the manager, the representative of the company in town.
What do you want to know about him?
Whatever you can find out about him.
If we can find out. That sounds like William's area of expertise, but I'll help where I can.
All right. Well, I'm glad we could start a beginning of a relationship here. You know how to contact me. Is there anything else that you guys need?
Yeah, can you hold our hands on the way out?
Okay.
She lets you out. Boom. Okay, we're gonna cut to Katao. What are you doing, good sir?
The first thing is like go out and replenish a bit.
So you are looking around your normal feeding ground, which is like a couple 5 miles around your area. Perception difficulty 5, please. Are you just going with you, or are you taking your dog?
Just me this time. I'll come back for the dog later on. Just perception roll?
Yeah, perception difficulty 5. Oh wow. Yeah, you, as you're walking along, you find kind of a older lady who seems to be walking back with some groceries, walking by herself, trying to brace herself from the wind, at the same time not trip on the new snow that's on there. So how much are you taking?
So a little old lady. So I'll take 2, but since I have the perk, I get 3.
3. All right. You take her there. You take her to the side of a building to others, and it looks like you're just kind of giving her a hug out of the darkness. You take a couple from her where she's a little dizzy, has a hard time walking home. Feel a little pang inside of you that you had to do that, but you have 3 blood points, so.
So yeah, after feeding, he goes back for the dog and takes it out puts it in the back seat of his car, just in case. And he goes back out drives up to the area where the Riker lives. And he gets out and he pretends to walk his dog around the area. Just be like, don't mind me, just walking my dog.
Go ahead and give me a perception alertness roll, difficulty 7 again.
And this time I'm going to be spending the will point. So perception and alertness, so... Yeah!
You see that basically, as you're walking by, you see him get out. He has a long, peacoat going on, and has, some nice gloves, scarf around. He goes up there. You see he's really friendly, pats the guy on the back who's standing by the door. He goes up to the valet guy. The guy goes and gets a nice, Mercedes. He kind of gives the guy, you kind of see money handed over. You see him get in the car and he takes off. I take it you're going to get in your car and try to follow him?
What time was this?
This is probably around 9. So, okay. You see him drive to kind of a higher end 4-star restaurant. You see him he gets out of his car. Chauffeur takes his car. He goes in there. You see him takes a window kind of or a seat by the window table there. You see him pulling out his phone. He's looking at stuff on his phone. He's waiting for someone to join him for a meal. I'm going to cut to Jonathan Chase.
I'm going to meet up with, Mr. Leo Getz.
All right. And that's not his real name, guys, but Leo Getz is a reference to Lethal Weapon. But this isn't like Leo Getz. He's not Joe Pesci being all annoying. You come up to him. Again, he has his old pickup truck there where you get in this seat. You get in the passenger seat. He turns around, looks at you, and he has like a brown paper bag wrapped around.
Okay, I'm going to take his paper bag.
Yeah, he hands you the paper bag.
I'm going to look in it, preview what I got in here.
The stuff that you ordered is all in there.
Including the firearm?
Yep.
And the holster?
Yep.
This is a big-ass bag?
It's about, I'd say, a foot wide. It's just, wrapped around, you know what I mean? He has everything bundled together to kind of make it look nondescript, you know?
I'm going to look at him kind of nonchalantly this isn't very nondescript, but, nice try. I'm glad that you're trying.
He looks at you with a sense of annoyance. So, what is your end?
I'm going to hand him a much smaller brown bag.
Yeah. he takes it.
With the 10,000 cash.
You kind of see him take it out, and he's just not counting it, but just glancing through it. Yeah. Opens up his glove compartment in front of your lap, throws it in there, closes it. All right. Glad you could do business. All right.
Just before we cut out, I may need some surveillance equipment. How long is it going to take you to get that?
What the fuck is going on with you, man?
Hey, you like working, right? You like money?
You do realize, right, that this shit that you want, you just can't pull out of your fucking ass, right? What do you need? What do you need for what type of? I'm not gonna ask for what.
Yeah. Hey,
but
we've been making it fine. I'm gonna need wire recording equipment, bidirectional antenna for picking up conversations.
Listen, man, I want you to know with this FBI fucking identification shit you have, I don't want this shit traced back to me. You understand? Because there's people that I gotta fucking report to. And if the heat comes back on us with whatever the fucking James Bond shit you're trying to do.
Leo, stop talking and listen. All right? We have a good arrangement here. You don't ask any questions. I don't answer any questions.
But you never asked for anything like this, man.
I'm stepping up my game. Business is good. Business is good. The green's gonna roll. That's all you need to worry about.
All right, man. I'll get you.
Have I ever brought anything back on you before? Ever?
No, but you've never asked for shit like this before either, man.
Well, because, I'm making money. and you're going to be making money. I'm going to smile. You're going to smile. You're going to get what I ask you for, and we're all going to be happy.
You're going to give me a goddamn fucking ulcer, it seems like. But I'll get it back to you in a few days, man.
If you need some Tums, I can bring you some Tums with the next payment.
Fucking A. All right.
I'm not done yet.
And he like looks at you.
How difficult is for you to get some military grade arms?
Not gonna happen, man.
What?
Not gonna fucking happen.
I thought you were Leo
military
Getz.
grade arms, motherfucker. Did you see what I had to do to get you this shit?
Yeah. I mean, given time, you can't arrange some contacts.
He looks at you. I ain't fucking with that shit. When we came to this agreement, we've been doing business now for 10 years, and you've never asked for any shit like this. You've always kept this local, small, street level type shit. I'm not fucking around with no ATF kind charges. I'm already pressing the fucking envelope with the shit I'm giving you right now. We will talk about this later.
Yeah. Well, if you can't do it, you just give me some names of your competitors, and I'll go there. You know.
You gotta be careful, man. I don't know what kind of shit you're getting into. Gotta be careful with this shit.
Yeah.
All right. Now get the fuck out of my truck.
I'm gonna look at him sternly. Don't you ever talk to me like that fucking again. Ever. We understand?
He's just gripping the wheel of his old Ford and just staring at you.
Look at me.
He looks at you.
Look at me the way I'm looking at you. You see this?
Yes.
All right. We have an understanding. We have a business arrangement. There's no reason this doesn't have to be civil.
You're asking for some street level fucking goon shit. You're asking for military grade arms after you asked for a fake federal ID.
No. I didn't ask you for military grade arms. I just said, can you provide military grade arms? I'm talking about AR-15s, M4s,
well, fucking why can't you...
AK-227 assault rifles.
I could probably get a fucking AR-15, but who can't around this area?
Well, no, and that's why I'm just asking. I'm just filling the waters. M203 grenade launchers.
What the fuck? You see his eyes get bigger. Man, we're going to have to talk about this.
I'm just filling you out. I'm just filling you out.
You're filling me out like we're on prom date and I'm a fucking Mormon. I'm not enjoying this. Go ahead and get the fuck out. We'll talk about this later. Let me think on this, all right?
All right. Well, you think about it. Think about the business that I brought you, and think about the business that I'm going to bring you.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
All right, man.
I'm going to get the fuck out of his shitty-ass truck. What I pay you for? You can't afford a better ride than this?
Well, unlike some, I don't like to attract attention on myself.
I'm going to look at my car, and I'm going to look at his car. Mine's nondescript, but it's not a POS.
Yeah, but when you mount that 50 cal on top of it like you're asking for, then come back and talk to me. And he like starts his truck and peels out. All right. Katao, you see a blonde lady come in to meet with him for dinner, and you just kind of see them. They spend like an hour there chit-chatting, eating dinner. Nothing really sticks out. So you guys are all caught up on equal time. What's going to happen?
I guess I'm gonna call everyone else and be like, okay, so yeah, I'm trailing this Riker guy, and so he's meeting with some blonde lady. Just giving you an update. What have you guys got?
As you can see, he's a pretty young guy, really successful lately. Medical Analytical Solutions was his big break, and Medical Analytical Solution is working with the Dunstern Organic Consultants and Colburn Trust Company.
Is it organic or organic?
Organic. ERGONIC.
Oh,
organic.
Yeah.
What were the companies that Brian Riker is involved with?
Yeah, it's like just the Medical Analytical Solutions Company.
Medical Analytical Solutions Company, and how are they associated with Dunstern Ergonomics?
They're working with them.
And who was the other company?
Colburn Trust, the one we used to...
and what is Colburn's Trust? How is that connected to Analytical Medical Solutions?
I just know that they're working together.
Well, we may have another avenue from which to pursue this, William.
Yep.
Hey, William, Dunstan Organics, isn't that who Gina asked us to look into?
Yes, it is. That's why it's so interesting.
This is very interesting. Just so you guys know, we just met with the Tremere Whip, and she wants us to look into Dunstone Ergonics as well, and she had no idea about this.
Wants us or wants you? Because
Well,
I don't
once, when I say us, I mean William and I.
I see.
But we're learning on.
Where did you say you're at, Catal?
I'm like, hidden away, like, maybe like a block away down, just like looking through the window at this meeting, the restaurant.
What restaurant?
I don't know. It's some rich place, richer than a Juno.
It's called the Broadmoor. The Broadmoor. I apologize, guys.
And Gina wants us to look at it. I just heard William mention Dunstone Ergonics, and made the connection that that's who Gina's got us to look into.
I see.
All right, cool. So what are you guys deciding to do?
All right. Well, let's all meet up.
I'm still training these people.
All right. Well, you stay on Brian Riker.
Brandon Riker.
Brandon Riker. Right. Okay. Brandon Riker.
As you're on the phone with him, you notice that he is leaving the restaurant and that he seems to be going back towards his apartment complex.
Juno. Ophelia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My apologies. Ophelia.
Yes.
Do you have a black suit by chance?
Sure, I can find something along those lines.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind getting some straight black pants, suit, white shirt.
Sure.
I'd appreciate it.
I'll see what we've got.
Here's what I'm saying. You're following Riker back to his abode?
Yes.
All right. What I'd like to do is I'd like to meet up with Riker as he's entering his apartment with Ophelia and I.
Okay.
You'll stay at a distance, Kaito.
Okay.
William, you'll be in your place.
Yep.
Since we don't have the proper equipment, what I will do is I will leave my phone on speaker in my pocket so that you guys can hear the conversation as it unfolds.
Just don't say anything too loud. Can you drop me home so I can get changed?
Okay.
And I'll pick Ophelia up.
Hello, folks. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded, one which wouldn't be drowned out by random posts and discussion, so that your media could get the attention you want? Well, we have the answer for you in a Facebook group we run called White Wolf RPGs Gameplay and Media. The group is specifically ran with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. We are currently over 1,000 members strong, and we are continuing to rapidly grow with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there.